Do you think that this film also will change your brand somewhat because it is so much friendlier, like almost it's a little bit less irreverent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's still some digs in there. It may not be as sharp a stick because it's not as vicious, but I think what this film does is it makes a much larger audience, I think, accessible to the conversation.
Right.
I think it'll be able to be seen by a lot more people. I think the humor helps it make it kind of break through these walls. But I think what this film will do is I think it'll change the way people look at film and TV. I think it'll change the way you watch TV. I think it'll change the way you look at advertising and marketing. I think you'll see it everywhere. Because now I see it everywhere. After making this film and immersing myself in this, I see everywhere where I'm being advertised to like it's a giant beacon shining in my face.
Right,
Yeah.
and obviously a lot of programs are owned by the big brands and they have certain requirements throughout the series.
Yeah.
And it's something that we don't know now, but it used to be the case that it was completely transparent when television first started.
Brought to you by Dial Soap.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yeah, so is it weird that it's kind of gone from that transition where we knew we were being advertised to losing it and then being brought back in this kind of surreptitious way? Well,
I think that the business has changed so much that these companies are realizing that it's the TiVo revolution. Like, I don't go home and watch commercials on all the shows. I'm that guy who fast forwards through every single one of them.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I watched a TV show live that wasn't a sporting event. Like a sporting event's a completely separate animal. I think that these people are realizing that much like the early days of television, there is a shifting opportunity where they can come in, be like a presenting sponsor. I think the most important thing that these companies should do is just get rid of creative control. Let the artists be artists, let the writers be writers, let the producers and directors be producers and directors, and let them do what they do best. You make soap. You go make soap as best you can. Don't make me write about soap. And put your card at the front or at the back and let people say, oh, they made that. That's cool. Don't say they made that and I hated that part where that guy said, boy, that Dial soap sure does make me feel fresh and clean.
Right.
Because it's terrible.
With indie filmmakers, do you think they're missing an opportunity if they don't have any product placement in their film?
Well, I tell you what I think will start to happen is I think that companies who are losing out market share and are losing out customers or eyeballs, even, will start to realize there is an opportunity, even a small opportunity, in independent films. So if you could have a guy, in the film drink whatever, a guy who likes to drink Stella Artois or whatever beer he wants to drink, and they'll give you $5,000 for it. Why not have him drink a Stella in the thing?
Right.
There is a Brett Ratner side to me that agrees with that, especially for independent filmmakers, because it's hard to make an independent film.
Yeah.
Just so long as he doesn't go, boy, Stella Artois is delicious. Mm-hmm. Because I think we live in a world where, I do drink, Cokes. People do wear Nikes. People do wear Levi's. So to try and think that you're going to do like people do on MTV where they blur all that stuff out, which drives me crazy, is awful. Yeah. But I think that there is an opportunity for independent filmmakers to get some of that big company money and still have a real true creative voice.
Has your personal closet ever been as full of stuff as it is right now after having made this film?
Well, the thing is we couldn't get a clothing sponsor. Like literally we couldn't. I tried for the whole movie to get somebody to come on and be the clothing sponsor and we couldn't. Tommy Hilfiger said no, Old Navy said nobody wanted to dress me. So Ted Baker, who's the official suit of the greatest movie ever sold. So I do have a couple Ted Baker suits.
Right.
Some that aren't covered in logos, but yeah, that's it.
But plenty of Merrills.
There's plenty of Merrills. I got more Merrills than I'll ever know what to do with. So if you are a clothing sponsor and would like to be a part of the greatest movie ever sold, Palm Wonderful presents the greatest movie ever sold, please call.